Desperados III is a top-down real-time strategy stealth game from Me Games, known for their well-received 2016 title, Shadow Tactics Blades of the Shogun. Best described as RTS meets Hitman, how does this one hold up? A prequel to the past titles in the series, Desperados places you in the heart of 1870s American Wild West. The story is told through cutscenes between levels, and serves to take you through the beginning of John Cooper's story as he forms his small band of merry murderers. Each character is unique in their personality, and the interplay between them is fun to witness, with banter and conversations being frequent. The story overall is decent enough to warrant watching the cutscenes, but it's easily dismissible for those who aren't as driven by those aspects of games. Now, I refer to them as a band of merry murderers, but that's not entirely true, as you can play through the entirety of the game without getting any kills whatsoever, barring those which are necessitated by the story. This is a good thing, as technically speaking, you're kind of the good guys. This creates an interesting paradigm. Killing a foe and throwing their body down the nearest well is a lot quicker than knocking them out, tying them up, and shoving them in a bush. However, the game encourages you to go with a no-kill approach, with each of the 16 levels offering multiple challenges, oftentimes involving a no-kill run. As for how you go about killing, or not so much, each of the 5 characters has their own unique abilities, perks and limitations. Some can knock out foes quickly, and easily drag them away from the roving eyes of their comrades. Others are more frail, and unable to drag foes with haste, or requiring more time to drop their targets. Also, each has their own unique way of luring and distracting careless foes, who think nothing of walking into a dark, unseen corner at the sight of a shiny penny. That won't work on everyone, however, with some foes being more capable of seeing through your ruse. This requires you to make more use of other nuanced methods. A loose boulder or poorly hung sign makes for a great way to make someone's untimely death look naught more than a freak accident, and it makes for a pretty useful distraction too. In many cases, this all requires advanced planning and timing. Opening the pause menu will allow you to see the entirety of the map, including the placement of your enemies and objectives, helping you to form strategies on how you will advance. Often, this will require perfect execution of tandem maneuvers, and this is where the Showdown Mode comes into play. Pressing the shift key pauses the game, unless you're mad enough to play on the hardest difficulty, I'll come back to that shortly, and it allows you to line up commands for your party in advance. This is mandatory in places, where you need to take down multiple enemies simultaneously to save being spotted. Going back to that difficulty, this game is hard, and it pulls no punches. Even on the easiest setting, the game can be a challenge for those with little experience with RTS or stealth games, with hard mode really pushing you to the limits. Desperado mode is, well, be prepared to give up. At least it warns you in advance that you will fail. Thankfully, the ability to quick save at the push of a button helps to reduce the frustration that can come from this, and you're able to reload any of the last 3 saves that you made whenever desired. This game also features a save reminder, which can be set to 1, 5 or 10 minute intervals, or turned off altogether. Oh, but one of the challenges for each level is to finish it without saving, by the way. After finishing these levels, you're met with an overview screen that plays, at high speed, all of your actions across the map, showing when and how you dealt with foes, the frequency of saving and loading, etc. This is great for those who wish to go back and play the levels again, which can be done at any time, to identify where you made mistakes or wasted time. And there's a definite drive to replay the levels, with various challenges to meet, many of which can't be done through the same playthrough. So how does it look then? Well, no RTS game has ever been the belle of the ball, but this one does pretty well. The graphics won't hold up 5 or 10 years from now, but it looks good right now, and it takes full advantage of what the Unity engine is capable of achieving, all without any sort of problematic optimization. Sound-wise, it's about par for the course. The game's music is charming and enjoyable, setting a strong Wild West vibe. Outside of that, it's average. Environments sound right, but they don't stand out in any way, although the voice acting of each character lends very well to their overall personality. Desperados III is a great game for hardcore RTS and stealth fans, and a great addition to their libraries. It scores 8 out of 10 from us, with its strong suits being in its overall mechanics, varying levels, and a decent story to boot. Its 16 levels may not offer enough for the seasoned RTS players for the £45 price tag, however the replayability does make strides in resolving that. Let us know your thoughts below, and are there any upcoming titles you want us to take a look at? We thank you for watching, and we'll catch you all next time.